guys, I had to slow down the footage 4 times to make this tank look so slow, to get that slow-mo action. Over here it is twice as slow. I had to do it just to make it visible for the eyes, yeah. And look at this beautiful background, look at this beautiful playground for the EBR 105. Because let's be honest over here, this is what those kind of an open maps are for EBR. If you have some bushes as well, like everywhere, like we do in this map or on this map, it is a simple playground for the EBR 105. Yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope during those crazy times in the world you are still sane and doing awesome. If not, I try to make your day a bit better with today's episode. Because today I am going to talk about the most hated vehicle in this entire game. Wheeled vehicle. Like, okay, we can have a debate between EBR 105, wheeled vehicles, and artillery. But lately, I'm just relying on the comment sections, on Reddit, stuff like that. Like, artillery is a meme. Artillery has been a meme ever since it was introduced, right? We all know how player base, like, how most of the player base feels about artillery, right? But lately, it really does feel like wheeled vehicles are slowly taking over the most hated vehicle class, or the most hated type of tanks in World of Tanks. I don't know, did I say it politically correctly, vehicle class? Because I don't know if we can call EBR 105 a tank, light tank in this game. It is more like a freaking go-kart. It feels like a freaking go-kart when you put it next to some other tanks in this game, the actual tanks in this game. Or it is simply a car with 4 wheels. I don't know where to put that, or how to classify that. 516 into the pooper, by the way. Hello, Scorpion J. And you are going to see that in this battle as well. If you give EBR 105 into a good player's hands, what that good player can do in EBR 105 is just way ahead of the metagame. I'm trying to find words. I'm trying to find some, you know, fancy words how to describe this situation over here. It is just so ahead. This mobility, handling, gun handling, combined with the mobility, camo and all that, is just ahead of the meta, just ahead of the vehicle design, overall vehicle design in the World of Tanks. Like, how you're able to reposition, how you're able to make enemy tanks look like fools, is so easy in this tank. Let's say, for example, you are a newer player in this game with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 battles. You are grinding your way up to tier 10s, yada yada. By the way, me personally, I consider everyone who has less than 10,000 battles easily a new player in this game, because it is super easy game to get into, but quite a hard game to master, if you know what I mean. To know all the map positions, to know all the vehicles, weak spots. We have so much variety on the battlefield, actually. So many different vehicles, so many things to learn, to master. As I said, easy game to get into, but hard game to master, like to completely dominate in every single battle, right? So, you are a newer player, playing in your tier 8 and you see EBR 105, and you get wrecked without being able to deal anything, without being able to hit any shots, and you think, holy shit, that guy just wrecked me good. That guy got me good, owned me good. Maybe I should actually play with my Parbies and Tetris, like all the friendly players are saying in the chat. Maybe I should go do that. Because that new player didn't even have a chance versus a light tank. Even in a heavy tank, even in a tier 8, tier 9 heavy tank, even in a tier 8, tier 9 medium tank, tank destroyer, whatever. If tank destroyer, you're ripped from the get-go. You're already ripped before the battle actually stopped counting into the action. So this is EBR, yeah. Like, what is so ahead of the metagame? Mobility. as I mentioned before, this mobility, gun handling, HE penetration, this HE overall, maneuverability, all that combined, all of this combined is just so much better than on anything else in this game. Just look at this aiming time. Come on, guys. Just look at this aiming time. You are driving around 95 kilometers per hour. You stop and you're just like that. Fully aimed in already. Accuracy, firing on the move. Damn. And this is exactly what you are going to see in this battle as well. By the way, take a look at this situation. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, 0 seconds left on the base capture. Critical hit, 0 damage into Emil 1 and 100 capping points reduced. 100. That guy was literally 0.5 seconds away from winning this battle. That Emil won. And by the way, officially before that Emil 1 went down, it was 1 versus 7. So 1 light tank EBR 105 versus 7 enemy vehicles. Who do we have? D54 over here. So tier 9 medium tank, right? So tier 9 medium tank who needs 2 shots into... Well, okay, that guy needs more shots because it is a stock gun on D54, but it doesn't matter. That stock gun actually fires quite fast as well. So tier 9 medium tank versus light tank. Let's see, mobility. Broken wheel, just FYI. This guy has 1 broken wheel. 1 wheel just had received a shot. It was broken, and he was still able to do all those things. All those maneuvering moves, right? Still was able to do all that. So from 1 versus 7 down to 1 versus 5. Okay, how hard can it be, right? 6,085 damage done, some assistance as well. Okay, only some assistance because, let's be honest over here. Ally team.exe file lost, not found. Let's be honest over here. Our hero in this battle didn't have an allied team. He was trying to do some spotting at first, being in the first bushes, moving in quite early actually, towards the enemy lines, towards the enemy spawn points. He was able to find a couple tanks, took them out, and yada yada, but the rest of the team simply melted. You cannot be anywhere. At the start of the battle, you cannot cover every single flank, you cannot be everywhere. As we can see, the player is actually really good. If you are able to free mark EBR 105, that means you actually know what you are doing, you know how to use this vehicle, you have to be a good player, because this tank is actually extremely hard tank to free mark. Now, did you see where all those tanks were facing? He just took out Conqueror. They had no idea. Look at this Series C, for example. They still do not have any idea where the hell EBR 105 could be, because of the mobility. Already repositioned to the completely different side of the map in no time, in under 1 minute. This is how ridiculous and this is how broken this mobility actually is. It covers so much distance in such a short amount of time with that 95 kilometers per hour top speed on maps we have in this game at the moment. Now, it is 1 versus 3, yet another vehicle is gapping. We saw where D10 is, we saw where artillery is. Artillery is actually in the middle of the map. Go figure, right? So that means 430 is gapping. And what do you think? Where is that 430 looking at? What do you think? It's just impossible. It's just Campbell. You have 4 directions where EBR might come out, but you can only protect 1 of them. This time he was not so lucky. Well, better luck next time, maybe. He could have played it a bit differently, because if you look on the minimap, artillery was in the middle of the map, so artillery could use some spotting. D10 was in the west of the map, so I would have used that Emil 1 as that TED Emil 1 to block the east side of my vehicle, just because we had some vision, we would have some vision in the west of the map from D10 and from the artillery. Just some information at least, but hey, it doesn't matter, it is just splitting the hair, if you know what I mean. Anyway, artillery has been taken out as well, and Bull's Medal in the back. Bull's Medal is already in the back, and now he's actually going to do something quite smart. He's trying to play it safe. He has no idea what enemy D10 is going to do. He has no idea if enemy D10 is going to play this battle aggressively, if enemy D10 is looking for the one-shot EBR or not, because D10 only needs to hit one shot, and EBR at the same time needs to hit 2 shots into D10. And if I remember correctly, that D10 was actually on HP where you need to get 1 high roll as well. So slightly like over 2 shots needed. Or 1 high roll. So what he's going to do over here, he's going to play it super safe. He's going to wait actually. He's going to wait for a couple minutes over here. He has no idea where the D10 is. But I know where D10 is. Do you want to see where D10 is? Okay, take a look at that. D10 also doesn't want to take any risks. Because D10 is not able to outspot EBR. If EBR is moving full speed, D10 has nothing to do other than just let's roll the dice. Am I able to hit? And if I'm able to hit, am I able to deal any damage as well? So D10 is waiting and EBR is waiting. Minutes go by, EBR is still waiting, and D10 is still waiting. They are actually both hogging the red line, camping the red line almost directly from the opposite from each other. One is at the very north, one is at the very south. So as far as you can be from each other. But when we had 3 minutes left on the clock, EBR decided to make the move because now he knows. Now that guy definitely knows that D10 is not going to take any risks. D10 can easily sit this battle out, for as long as it is going to take, as long as it is going to be a draw even. So EBR decided to go in, and we know where D10 is, so D10 is actually hiding behind this corner. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this replay has yet another completely stupid and broken mechanic about wheeled vehicles to show you. What I mean by that is extremely simple. So hello, D10 right over here. Yep, this guy was still sitting over there, and this is the mechanic I was talking about. How about receiving a direct hit from enemy heavy tank, which has no effect? That was direct hit into the wheels. No effect. What I mean by that is EBR 105 is still perfectly movable, perfectly mobile, maneuverable. If that shot would have landed into any tracks in this game, into any other vehicle besides wheeled vehicles, that tank would have been tracked and maybe killed after that, because that wheel hit actually happened out in the open. And now, of course, view range and camo combination, guess what, the D10 is not able to outspot, or is not able to spot that EBR back. But those 0 damage critical hits is something that is so bloody frustrating, especially when it happens to, let's say, when I'm playing with my 183. Sniping, hitting, moving target, moving EBR, so I'm super happy about that already. And then I see 0 damage. Okay, critical hit, nice. With my 183mm boomstick, which is as big as the tank itself, I only damage the wheels, slightly. Let's shave it off. Only 1 wheel damage. Let's shave it off with a little repair kit. Jigs, done. Let's not lose any mobility. Yeah. GG. Ladies and gentlemen, GG. 1 versus 7, EBR 105, a victory in the bag, 11 kills. What do you say about that? This battle, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, this battle was played with a finesse, with a finesse. This battle was played perfectly. It was played good. The player is really, really good. But the main topic, of course, is the most hated vehicle in the world of tanks. Wheeled vehicles and EBR 105. But nothing, really, nothing to take away. We have nothing to take away from the player, because player was perfect. So, what do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, Ace Tanker medal. some stickers, some ribbons. We have the Tumitrus medal for destroying 3 artilleries, Kolbanov's medal, Pool's medal, Defender, high caliber Top Gun as well, 7,765 damage done, 11 kills in total. 29 shots fired, 28 hits, ladies and gentlemen, and 21 penetrations. And yeah, GG. 13.72 kilometers traveled. 13.72 kilometers traveled. Impressive. Impressive indeed. So, let me know what you think about this topic, how you feel about artillery versus EBRs, which vehicle class is more annoying. Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay sexy, stay hot, stay safe. Take care, subscribe, and bye. Whew, quite a long intro.